Hello everyone. It's in the middle of April 2020 and that means that the coronavirus pandemic is raging outside. Public life has come to a standstill. Bars, restaurants, everything is closed. No theaters, no movies, everything is closed. People no longer go to schools and universities because they are closed. One thing that has also come to a standstill is the cruise industry. You can imagine that a cruise ship can be a real source of danger for people on board if a pandemic breaks out. Because a pandemic on a cruise ship is very hard to get under control, as we've always seen in the media and several times in several ships where there were breakouts of the coronavirus. So most of the companies have quit the complete cruising, and they have sent back their passengers back home, and they aborted the travels with the ships. So that is enough reason for me to keep a record of all this that's happening here. So let's have a look where all the cruise ships went now. Today, every cruise ship is equipped with a system called AIS. It's the Automatic Identification System. This system is publishing information about a ship permanently. It's publishing static and dynamic information about a ship. Dynamic information, for example, is the position of a ship, the speed of a ship over ground, and static information could be the length of a ship, the width of a ship. It could be the purpose of a ship. Is it a passenger ship? Is it a freight ship? And things like that. Is the ship underway? Is the ship on anchor? It's all information AIS is sending to all vessels around so that they can use it for navigation. But AIS information can publicly be received from everyone. And there are some websites which are using this information to show ship data and ship locations on a map. And for that, we use marinetraffic.com to have a look where all the cruise ships went at the moment.
So let's take a look at the Bahamas. At the Bahamas, we notice a few blue points here which signal us passenger traffic. And we see a few ships from the Netherlands here, Statendam, Zaandam. These are ships from the Netherlands, at least they are running under the Netherlands flag. We also see other ships, like for example the Celebrity ships here, which are part of the Royal Caribbean Cruise Company. So we see that these ships lie here in bulks. It's more easy to maintain them, to have them equipped if they are all on one position. So you see these bunches of ships here, and most ships are on anchor at the moment because it's simply cheaper than being in a port, in a harbor, where mooring there costs a lot of money. So you see it in Miami Beach, for example, as well. You see some ships from MSC, you see some Royal Caribbean ships here, which are all waiting on anchor. If we go to Barbados, for example, around Bridgetown, that's a very popular position for ships and for cruises as well. We can see some of the ships there too. The German AIDA ships are there. It's the AIDA Perla, which we can see here. We can see the the Europe, and some other cruise ships well known in Europe. For example, the AIDA Luna. It's one of the most it's one of the German cruise lines, very popular. So you can see that they are here in summer in the harbor. So if it's so expensive to go into the harbor, then why are some ships inside the port? It is because all the things ordered for the cruises are ordered up to 8 weeks in advance. So there is food, for example, on the way to Bridgetown at the moment to be taken on a ship. And now, during Corona crisis, there is no chance of canceling the order and sending this food and these goods back. So they have to take it. So they have to go into the harbor to take everything that was ordered. Here, close to Tenerife, we see another very popular German cruise line. It's the Mein Schiff line, and we see 4 or 5 ships from Mein Schiff, which is a company, or it's a trademark of TUI, and we see that they are all laying here around Tenerife. So this is Mein Schiff Herz, which is also waiting here for everything to get back to normal. We see another ship from the AIDA company. We can see it here, and yeah, this is everything in Tenerife. What else do we have here? Do we see something else here? It's the AIDA Nova. It's the second AIDA ship on Tenerife here. You see the companies are taking all the ships to one position to make it more easy to communicate with them and to maintain the ships and to keep in contact with the employees. Gran Canaria, we see there is another ship from the AIDA company, the AIDA Stella, which is here in the harbor, and at Las Palmas de Gran Canaria. So if we take a look at Sicily, then we, in the middle between Sicily and Tunis, we can see that there is Mein Schiff number 6 underway towards the west. Between England and Ireland, we see the Allure of the Seas, which is part of the Royal Caribbean Cruise Company. When we think about UK, then we also have to think about Southampton as one of the main bases of cruises since the invention of cruise, where the Titanic came from. We see some ships here, which I don't know personally. It's the Ventura here, Azura. I don't know if they are part of Cunard Lines. Britannia might be a part of Cunard Lines, but I'm not sure. Anyways, there is one ship that is part of Cunard Line. It's the iconic Queen Victoria, which is lying here in Southampton at the moment. So when we talk about one of those 3 queens of the Cunard Line, then where are the others? Let's take a look at the other queens. The Queen Mary II is somewhere in the middle of the ocean, so let's have a look. Where is she exactly? Yeah, that's the north of Spain, and she is running into the Dover Strait from the west to the east, and the Queen Elizabeth is on Australia's east side. So let's take a look at Denmark, Skagen. It's the northernmost point of Denmark, and there we see a ship which we usually don't see in the small port of Skagen, which is mainly for fishing. It's one of the AIDAs, and there is another one in Fredrikstad. It's the AIDA Mar. It's also the port which is usually not visited by AIDA cruise ships. Let's go to Hamburg. Hamburg, there we have the container terminals, we have the freight harbors, and there we see 2 AIDA ships in the same port, which is very rare. We see AIDA Aura and AIDA Cara here on ports which are usually for freight shipping and containers. So yeah, they're lying here and do not have any passengers. They don't know where to go to. If we follow the Elbe, now it's the big river that runs through Hamburg, then we might have the chance to see some other ships here which are running into Hamburg or out of Hamburg. Let's see this one. I don't know this ship. There is another blue big point over here. Yes, it's another ship from Mein Schiff. It's number 4, which is laying here at anchor north of the island of Wangerooge. So, if we go into Amsterdam, then we see some other ships, those flat and long ships, which are usually used for river cruises. They are also not having guests on board, and they are also not en route, but they are now lying in the harbor of Amsterdam, and Alina and so on are laying there. So let's go to more warmer regions. Here we see AIDA Prima leaving Dubai and running towards the west. And if we go into Dubai in the United Arabian Emirates, then we see that here in Port Rashid, here are a few cruise ships as well. MSC Bellissima, for example, is here. Horizon, I don't know to which company this ship belongs. Norwegian Jade is here as well. What else do we have here? MSC Lyrica, ship that's usually traveling northern territories to Norway, in Scandinavia, Nautica, and we have another AIDA, which is still in the port Rashid in Dubai, close to the Emirate Sharjah. So I've been to that Port Rashid, very nice cruise terminal. So let's go to another warm area south of Greece, where we see the AIDA Blue, which is currently stopped in the Aegeus. And when we have a look at that region, we see the Jewel of the Seas, part of the Royal Caribbean Cruise Company. We see some other ships here, Celebrity Constellation, which is also a part of the Royal Caribbean Company. And yeah, if we go to Athens and Piraeus here, then we can surely see some ships too, because those harbors are cheaper than others, and so there might be a chance to see some ships. For example, the AIDA Bella here, which is in the port, doing maintenance, taking goods. Yeah. Seabourn Ovation. The Seabourn Cruise is the Carnival company, as well as the luxurious trademark of the Carnival Cruise Company. We see Celestial Crystal and so on. And if we look below of Greece, then we can see Mein Schiff number 5, which is on Crete. So if we now go to Italy, then we could sure see some ships from the Costa consortium. Costa is also part of a Carnival Cruise Company, and around the coasts of Italy we can see a few of them. Costa Mediterranea, Costa Pacifica. They are all around Italy, close on the borders to France here. We can see some ships here, as well as one AIDA Soul, which is currently traveling the Mediterranean Sea and which is now close to Marseille. If we go back to the Italian coast here, they can also see the Costa Mediterranea here and the Costa Luminosa here in Liguria. If we take a look at Marseille, it's a big harbor port city as well. We see Costa Smeralda here, Europe 2, all names which we have heard before. If we take a look at Lisboa, we see the Sovereign, MSC Fantasia, which is currently in the harbor, not underway. It's strange somehow. We took a look at Queen Mary before. If we go to the Dover Strait over here, we could see some ships as well. Cap Finisterre, it's a French ship, might also be a only roll-on, roll-off ferry. That's for Ro-Ro in the description here. And if we now take a look to the north of the Britannia, Brittany, then we see Viking Sun, a Norwegian cruise ship here on the Norwegian flag.
I hope all this was interesting for you, to have it as a reminder when all the pandemic is gone and we are back to normal, so that we can remember those times. If you liked the video, please subscribe my channel. In the meantime, stay healthy. Have a nice day.